The biggest story though, again, going back to the biggest X factor, and that being Aliyah Boston. Aliyah had 24 points. Okay, she had 24 points, and she had a total of 13 free throw attempts in this game, where I think the dynamics of the game shifted, and we saw a lot of the back and forth with or maybe not back and forth. We saw the comments from Asia talking about, well, damn, Aliyah Boston said I had a special whistle. It sure did look like she had a special whistle out there tonight from the referees. Aliyah Boston had 13 free throw attempts in game four, and of those 14 free throw attempts, 11 of them came in the third quarter alone. I'm going to say that again. Aliyah Boston, she had 13 free throw attempts in game four, and of those 13 free throw attempts, 11 of them came in the third quarter alone. Um, if you're an Indiana Fever fan, you don't give a damn. You appreciate that whistle. But if you're an Aces fan, you feel like the referees is like, what's going on? Like, I know y'all the Las Vegas Aces, but like, did Vegas make the call and be like, hey, we need to make sure Leah Boston get off? Like, what's going on here, right? And to put Aaliyah Boston's free throw attempts into perspective, she had 13 in the game, right? Aaliyah Boston has never, only one time has Aliyah Boston had 13 free throw attempts, or you could say double digit free throw attempts in the game. And out of her 3 years of being in the WNBA, those two times have came in once this regular season against the Mercury, and then again this past Sunday. So out of 3 years of being in the W, Aliyah Boston has only been to the free throw, has only had double digit free throw attempts in 2 games out of 3 years that she's been in the league. And it's not like she's had severe injuries where she's missed a lot of time. She's played the bulk of every season, if not all the games, right? So yeah, I think that was the biggest headline is Aliyah Boston being able to get those 11 free throw attempts in the third quarter. End of the third quarter, the Fever, they're up 67-62 going into the fourth. Those free throws definitely help. It definitely helped the fact that Aliyah Boston made her free throws, right? And so going into game five, you want to ask yourself, well, damn, she got 13 free throw attempts. Is that whistle going to be as favorable for Aliyah Boston on the road? That's a question you got to ask yourself if you're an Indiana Fever fan. And if the whistle isn't as favorable for Aliyah Boston on the road in Las Vegas, can she still find a way to get you 20 plus points? Can she still be dominant and effective if the whistle isn't in her favor? So I think that's what we got to pay attention to. Her and A'ja Wilson, I think that's a really marquee matchup, maybe the most important matchup. They're going at it. A'ja being as great as she is, again, man, you got to give credit to Aliyah Boston for how she's going about defending her and in this game being aggressive. Watching them go against each other, A'ja, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's a finesse with it. Like, I'm going to face you up, jab. If I get the ball on the dribble handoff, I'm going to turn my shoulder, I'm going to dip my shoulder hard and try to turn the corner on you. But Aliyah Boston, she can back you down, turn around, jumper. You know what I'm saying? And just watching her and A'ja compete, it's so funny and cool and exciting to watch, just because it's like you have those moments where the refs let them play, and then you have moments where you feel like the refs calling like ticky tack fouls. So it's just like, damn. And just watching that matchup, it's like, obviously Aliyah Boston ain't fast enough to like necessarily like stay in front of A'ja, but at the same time, right, A'ja ain't got enough ass hanging off her hip to be able to absorb the contact when Aliyah Boston is backing her down and just throwing her body into it, right? So just watching them try to compete against each other, score against each other on both ends of the basketball, and also having to defend each other. I think it's like been a really solid matchup throughout this series, man.